Thanks a lot for joining us again on TVC News at 10. And we're bringing up now Governor Umaru Bago of Niger State to speak on the recent abduction in the Papiri area of Niger. We thank you very much, Governor Bago, for joining us on the news tonight. Let's begin with your assessment of the Catholic Diocese of Kontagora bringing up a total of 315 persons kidnapped in the school attack on Friday. What's your reaction?
Okay, thank you very much for having me this evening. I think we were so quick to conclude it was an abduction or kidnapping. It was a scare. Really, the bandits or whoever they were went to the school. Unfortunately, they shot sporadically. And this we garnered from the Catholic priest himself. And a lot of them went into the forest. They were now missing. As at this evening that I went to Borgu and I came back, over 60 people have gone back to their family homes. So there is no actual count to date on the real missing people. And we're sure by tomorrow, a lot of them who ran into hiding will come out. The security forces are working to ensure that even if they were kidnapped, those people that are kidnapped will be brought back. That is one. Secondly, it was a scare for real, but it would have been avoided if everybody abided to the rules. I remember about a month and a half ago, there was an early warning from the Department of State Service, the DSS. You know, the Irish priest, Father Donald Qatar, was reached out to say there was a threat by the bandits that they were going to attack the pastorates and also schools. And he left for Ireland and they closed the school. But from nowhere, the school was opened without no permission, But this is not a time for blame game. It's a time for us to correct our mistakes and also be able to foster our health. It's the time to get these children back united to their families. From what we've gathered from the Catholic priest of Kontagora, which is Archbishop Bulu, who is the chairman of CAN, the total number of pupils in primary school are 430. As at when the scare happened, about 200 he didn't find in his register. And also some secondary school and some teachers were missing. But it was too quick for anyone to say 303 people were missing or 350 people were missing. I thought it was too early. Right now, if we do the head count, it's far low below that. And as at this night, I just got information that a lot of vigilantes have gotten some people, they rescued them from the forest, people that were scared and left into the forest. So Kainji Lake is very big. When people are scared, they move into the forest, and we are hopeful that we're going to recover 100% of all this missing people.
Okay, even though the figure is yet unknown, that's what you're saying in essence, Mr. Governor.
Yeah, the figure is quite lower than that. Quite lower than that. So, but I don't want to be quoted to say this is the figure. I had a conversation with the Catholic priest, who happens to be a father here, is well respected. And he was just honest about the total number of the students in school and that when they were counting what they got. But not that he meant that they were abducted or they were missing. He only said they couldn't find them. And as of this evening, he even reported to me to say about 50 people who have gone back to their family homes, and a lot of those people are going back home. So we need to just halt, and we need not to overheat this policy to say 300 people are missing or kidnapped. There's no that incidents in Niger State. Yes, there was a scare. There were a lot of gunshots and sporadic shots, and people ran and were scared. Students of that school ran because they were targeted at, and probably we'll get more information tomorrow and we'll come back to you. But the security forces are working. Right. They are working. Right. And I can reassure you that by tomorrow you will have the right people.
Yes, and I also want to know, help Nigerians understand how widely circulated this security advisory was, because there's also been a denial by the school management that it didn't receive the circular before reopening the school.
Okay. But they also acknowledged that they were closed at a point in time. If they were closed at a point in time, did they receive any circular to say open? Schools in that zone have been on red alert, and all body schools have been closed in the last 4 years. So we are very surprised that they opened without any prior at Ruba. But they were closed for a long time. So how come? Who gave them the permission to open? But this is not an avenue for us to, talk too much about that because it will derail us from where we're going to. The most important thing there is to rescue the children. And again, to stop overhitting the polity. Internationally, it's showing as if the church is being targeted. No, it was a scare. Unfortunately, it's a missionary school that is in that environment. But if they are adhered, to the rule to say do not open this school, I'm sure that will have happened.
What's the level of support by the federal government to complement your efforts in rescuing the hostages and enhancing security generally in the state?
The federal government has deployed a lot of support. We have a lot of helicopters. We have a lot of drones, moving surveillances. We have even Google imagery, to find out exactly what happened during that period. And this is also why we are even doubting the numbers, because from the Google imagery we have, which United States of America has, will show you that there was no any mass movement of people out of that school. People, yes, left and ran, left, right, and right. We saw that, but we didn't see where people were gathered in a place and escorted into the forest or into a van. We didn't see that, but we saw people, children running up and down. Because with the Google imagery, you have a limited precision to see the exact faces or size of people. But you see people moving up and down, not that they were gathered in one place and escorted like cattle. And that is why I as a government, would think it was a scare because of the sporadic nature of the shooting.
You have mentioned the Kainji forest, and the Emir of Bogo at a meeting with you, Mr. Governor, also expressed concern, saying that now is not the time to declare the Kainji forest a national or to design it a national park. Do you also share the concerns and what's been done to enhance security at the forest?
It is high time we crop the entire Kainji forest, 600,000 acres. That would feed Africa. It has a lot of bodies of water. And I think in our last conversation, when we were talking about food security and food sovereignty, I made it very clear. There are 98 dams in that Kainji forest, and there's a Kainji lake around the place. So it's a huge potential for food security and sovereignty. And I also stand with the Emir. It is high time we deforest it and make that place a farm or a farm estate.
Mr. Governor Umaru Bago of Niger State, we thank you very much for your time with us on TVC News and sharing your optimism that these hostages or this missing will be found soon. Thanks again for your time once again.
Thank you very much.